Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and happy new year to everybody out there. And as promised, it's time for my top 10 film list for the year. Now these are all films that were theatrical releases. This is not does not include like direct to video releases or streaming or anything like that. These are all theatrical releases. Now, guys, let's get right into it because this was a tough one and it kind of went back and forth. What was going to be, the top three films for me. And well, I'll get into it when we get to that point because things changed drastically in the last so many hours. Let's put it that way. So let's get to it. Number 10. Now, this was one that I did not see in theaters, but it is one that I did pick up when it came out and finally had a chance to sit down and watch it the other day. And I'm glad I did because it made the top 10, and that is A Quiet Place, Day One. Now, I heard a lot of mixed things about this film, but I quite enjoyed it. Definitely, I don't think it ranks up there with A Quiet Place 1 and 2, but for like basically a prequel to those films, I think this is a pretty solid entry in that franchise. And yeah, if you're kind of like on the fence about this one, I think it's definitely worth picking up. Just know that again, it's not going to be as good as the first one or the second one, but for a prequel, in a different area. This one takes place in New York City. Yeah, definitely worth picking up. So, yeah, A Quiet Place Day One, number 10 for 2024. Now, number 9. This one might surprise some people, but is an M. Night Shyamalan film. It is Trapped. Why, you think M. Night Shyamalan, why would he be in the top 10? Guys, if you didn't see this one, I think this definitely it's an underrated M. Night film. I really, really, really think it is. And Josh Hartnett is freaking phenomenal in this role. He was born to play a psychotic serial killer because he just does a great, great job in this film. And that's not a spoiler, guys. It's right in the trailer. You know he's the killer, but how is he going to escape this concert that he is at with his daughter? That you have to watch and find out because this guy is something else. So Trapped at number 9. Now, this one kicked off 2024 for me at the theater, and it is a Jason Statham film. It is The Beekeeper. So much fun, and it is brutal. The way Statham never fails to impress me with the things that this guy can do. And yeah, The Beekeeper was again one of those films that from the trailer, I was like, okay, I want to go check this one out. But again, pleasantly surprised seeing it in theaters and just seeing Statham kick all kinds of butt. Yeah, The Beekeeper, definitely another one worth checking out. Coming in at number 8 for 2024. Now, number 7 underperformed at the box office, and that's a shame because I would have liked to see maybe a follow up, a sequel down the line for this one, and that is Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, The Fall Guy. This guys, I'm telling you, if you slept on this one, what are you doing? Go check it out. The chemistry between Blunt and Gosling is off the chart, and Ryan Gosling is freaking hysterical in this role. This guy, I'm telling you, he does comedy pretty well, and he does action pretty well. Also, with this film, and again, if you know the Fall Guy, the series back from the '80s with Lee Majors, there might be a few cameos here and there in the film. So, the Fall Guy coming in at number 7. Now, number 6. This one may surprise you because you probably think, oh, this one's got to be higher on the list, right? Well, it fell. It definitely fell out of that top 5 within the last few days, and that is Deadpool and Wolverine. Still great. Absolutely loved this film. Had such a blast with this one. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. They are just born to be in these movies together. Like they are born to play these roles that they are in Wolverine and Deadpool. I can't say any more about that. Between the two of them, the banter between the two of them is just it makes this film work. It's again, it's one of the best MCU films that has come out recently, and it was tough. It was definitely tough not putting this in the top 5. Yeah, but you know what? They all can't make the top 5, guys. So the top 5 that we do have coming up. Yeah, it was a tough one, but yeah, Deadpool Wolverine had to slip out of the top five and lands at number six. Still not too shabby for 2024. Now, number five. Now, here's an interesting one because I don't have this. I don't have this film. I've seen it multiple times. The reason I don't have it is because there's no 4K for it right now, and I feel that if I buy this on Blu-ray, that down the line there will be a 4K release, and I just I've done it before. I picked up the Blu-ray, and wouldn't you know it, a few months down the line, the 4K gets announced. So I'm gonna hold off just in the meantime, just in case that 4K does get announced, and that is for Abigail. It is a vampire film, a little vampire girl who's a ballerina. The gore is aplenty in this one. Oh, this one was again. It's a theme for this list. It was a pleasant surprise. I've seen this one multiple times now, and I get a kick out of it every single time. And I really seriously hope that this gets a 4K release at some point. Again, if you slept on it, guys, you gotta check this one out. This was like what Megan did for Killer Robot Girls, for Killer Vampire Ballerinas. That is Abigail. This was a lot of fun. Saw it in the theater, saw it actually in the drive-in, and again had so much fun with it. So Abigail coming in at number five. Number four, we said people said, really, you're going to do a sequel to this film so many years later? It's going to be crap, right? No, no, no. I disagree with that, and that is for Twisters. And why? Because for one thing, they didn't try to piggyback off of Twister. There was like one or two little mentions of Twister in the film, and that's it. It was an all new original film basically, and I appreciate it for that. They didn't try to copy or try to piggyback off of that original film. They went and did a sequel, and you know what? It worked out really well, better than expected, and I really enjoyed Twisters. Glenn Powell, this guy is just. He's killing it, guys. He is absolutely killing it. Every film that I see this guy in lately, he has just been knocking it out of the park. So, Twisters coming in at number four for the year. Number three. Now, this was a tough one. I just saw this film. So it just made the top 10 because I just saw it. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Can they do no wrong with Sonic? Because I love Sonic 1, 2, and now 3. Idris Elba doing Knuckles. Don't get me wrong. I love Sonic. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. But Idris doing the voice of Knuckles, I freaking love Knuckles. He is hysterical. I laugh more with the things that Knuckles says in these films than I do with Sonic. And like, that's not to take away from Sonic because he's great. But yeah, I love Knuckles. Absolutely fantastic. And this one, again, Jim Carrey back in this one as Robotnik, stealing the show. Playing not only Robotnik, but playing Robotnik's grandfather. And, them playing off of each other. Jim Carrey playing both roles, but it looks seamless when you watch it on screen. It looks seamless. Like you can't tell it's the same guy playing two different roles. Great job. But again, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 makes it into the top five, and it was very close. And the top two now. This is the interesting one because this film coming in number two had that top spot locked up. Had it locked up since I saw it back in September, and I was like, okay. That's it. This is the film. This is going to be number one for 2024. There's nothing else that I've seen lately that's taken its spot. It was close with Sonic. It was close with Sonic 3, but it still was going to hold on to that number one spot, and that is Transformers 1. Again, could have been a second year for another Transformers film being number one in the top 10. It was, guys, it was right there. Right up to the last minute, it was right there. And this one, again, another one that sadly underperformed at the box office, but has so much heart. And the everything that goes on between Optimus and Megatron and seeing their friendship just break apart and fall apart right on screen from the beginning all the way to the end. And this was just a fantastic film. A fantastic film that sadly did not do good at the box office. And I would have liked to have seen them continue this story in this style with this computer animation. And yeah, I don't think we're going to get that, guys, but definitely Transformers 1 is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So definitely worth checking out. Now, number 1. Now, this one, I just saw it. It squeaked in, and not only did it squeak into the top 10, but it took the top spot for 2024. It was a last minute, like a late Christmas present that had been back ordered, and it finally came in, and the person gave it to me, and I watched it, and sure enough, it took the top spot, and that is Fede Alvarez's Alien Romulus. Holy crap! Fede Alvarez, this guy he knocked it out of the park with his remake of Evil Dead. I wasn't the biggest fan of Don't Breathe. I was not the biggest fan of that one, but he came back for me with Alien Romulus. This is it could be its own standalone thing. It absolutely can, or you can basically it's right there in the middle with the two bookends being Alien and Aliens, because this takes place in between both of those films. But this is the Alien film that people have been asking for many, many years, myself included. The picture is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I really wish I had a chance to see this in the theater, but on 4K, breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. The acting is pretty darn good with this one as well. There's definitely our main lead actress. I'm trying to see what her name is real fast if I can find it on here. Doesn't say on here right off the bat, but yeah, our main actress. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting her name right now. She does a great job. There, towards the end, there are scenes that definitely remind you that she's kind of looking like a little bit like Ellen Ripley in this one. Towards the end, so yeah, Alien Romulus. Holy crap! Fede Alvarez just knocked it out of the park with this one. I need to see another one. I need to see Alvarez do another Alien film, because this one was absolutely amazing, and squeaking in at the last second, taking the top spot for theatrical releases for myself for 2024. I know there are some films I just did not get around to, checking out that came out towards the end of the year, which who knows, maybe they could have, squeaked in. But for the ones that I did see, yeah, I'm just this is a great for me. This was a great year for films, and it was hard. It was really really tough making the top 10 list. I mean, you had Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, which like an honorable mention for that one because I enjoyed that one. Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney. Again, an honorable mention. That one could have made the top 10. Maxine, Ty West's third film in the Maxine trilogy, basically in the X trilogy, and Mia Goth just again killing it. That was my favorite. I know for some people it was the lesser of the three films in that trilogy. It was my favorite one of the trilogy between X and Pearl, and then Maxine. Maxine was my favorite. So again, another honorable mention for that one. But yeah, rounding out the top 10 for 2024, Alien Romulus sneaks in and takes the top spot from Transformers 1. So for me, guys, a great year for film. What did you guys think? What was your top film for 2024? Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear it. Maybe it's a film that I didn't get a chance to watch, and now I'll have a chance to go check it out. So, guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance. Once again, Happy New Year, and I'll catch you in another video. Take care.